Hi guys, this is Shashank and welcome back to Academy. Before we start today's video, let me remind you to subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for the latest updates. Hi guys, so let's start today's video. This video is the second part of my earlier video where we have discussed that what is VLOOKUP and how to use it. And today in this video we will talk about the top 5 things you must know about VLOOKUP. So I suggest you to watch this complete video and at the end you will be able to use VLOOKUP very effectively. So here is the very first thing, that VLOOKUP works with columns only, which means that VLOOKUP is designed to retrieve data in a table which is organized in a vertical manner, or you can say in the columns, where each column represents a new record. So if you want to retrieve data which is based in a horizontal manner, or you can say in the rows, you must use the HLOOKUP function, and we will make a separate video on HLOOKUP. So that's about how VLOOKUP works. Second one is that VLOOKUP retrieves data which is based on column numbers. So what does it mean? It means that if we change the column number in the syntax of VLOOKUP, the output will be changed. So let's see how it works. Here you can see that we have a small set of data here, which includes employee ID, first name, second name and its email ID, and we want to retrieve our data in this area according to the employee ID. So we will write VLOOKUP function in these three cells, that is the first name, last name and email ID, and we'll see how it works. Is equal to VLOOKUP. We want to look up employee ID and will match the first name with the employee ID. So we will click here, comma. This is our table. There's a second one, table array. We will select this whole table, comma. Now our column index number. We are trying to match first name. So first name is the second column in this table. So we will select 2, 0. 0 means the exact match. Press enter. Now value is NA because our employee ID section is empty. So we will write 2, 3, 4 and press enter. You will see the first name appears. Now we want last name. So first of all we need to lock our values by pressing F4 and F4. Press enter and now drag down the formula to the below cells. Now change the column number here with 3, you will see the last name. Now change the column number with 4, you will see the email ID. So this is how VLOOKUP works when we change the column numbers. You can see here that with each cell we have the same syntax, just changed is the column number. You can see 2, 3, 3, 4. Now let's move to the third thing, that is that VLOOKUP retrieves data which is towards its right, which means that your lookup value should be to the extreme left of your data. Like we have this data set where we want to retrieve data which is based on the employee ID, but in case our employee ID is in the column number 2, we will not be able to retrieve data. Let's see. So we have already applied a VLOOKUP function here and we are it's working here. So let's see by changing the employee ID column to another column. Control X and now just simply insert the cut cells here. You will see the value becomes NA because our employee ID is not in the extreme left column. So let's see by changing its value again. It's Control X, now insert cut cells, and now we have to change our cell references here from B. Now you will see. So which means that if you are applying a VLOOKUP function to your data, make sure that your lookup value is in the extreme left column. Like we have this employee ID in the extreme left column and the rest of the data can follow towards its right. Now let's move to the fourth thing, that is VLOOKUP has two matching modes, that is exact and approximate. In the most of the cases, we use exact match because we want an exact match to their data. Like we have this student ID here, and we want exact match with the student ID, first name, last name, standard, and age. We don't want any approximate values here. So in these cases, we use exact match. Like we have applied here 0, which means that exact match, and it works in most of the cases. But in some cases, we also apply the approximate match, and we have one example here where we applied approximate match. Let's see how it works. So we have this data set here which includes quantity and unit price. We have quantity from 1 to 200 and unit price from 20 to 12. But at any point of time, if I want to know that what will be the unit price for quantity 3, I don't have any unit price here. So we can apply VLOOKUP function here with an approximate match. So let's see how to apply. Is equal to VLOOKUP. We want to match quantity, comma, with this data set, comma, column index number is 2, comma 0, bracket close, press enter. You will see NA because we have applied 0. 0 means exact match, and we don't have quantity 3 in the column number 1, which means that VLOOKUP will not give us any data. So let's try and change exact match with approximate match. Let's press 1 and press enter. You will see the answer is 20. So how 20 becomes an answer? Because we don't have 3 in the quantity. So in these cases, when we are trying to retrieve data which is not in the data set, VLOOKUP drops back to the next largest value. So what does it mean? It means that from quantity 1 to 10, unit price is 20 to 18. So which means that 20 is the largest unit here, which VLOOKUP is trying to retrieve. So we want quantity 3. So VLOOKUP will give us answer of the largest price, which is 20. So let's try and change the quantity here with 51. Press enter and you will see the answer is 16, which means that from 50 to 100, the largest value of unit price is 16. So this is how approximate values work. And one more thing which you want to keep in mind while applying VLOOKUP function with an approximate match, that your data must be sorted in an ascending order. Like this we have in an ascending order. So that was all about the exact and approximate match. Let's see our last example, that is VLOOKUP is not a case sensitive function, which means that if you are working with lowercase or uppercase sentences, it will give you the same results. Let's see how it works. Like we have here at first name, we want to match its salary and email ID. So we will apply VLOOKUP function here is equal to VLOOKUP. We want to look up this value, that is first name, comma, this is our table array, and we want to output the salary. So salary is the first 2, 3, 4, means 4 is our column index number. Press enter. Now it's 15,000. So let's try changing. Now you see that by changing the lowercase sentences with the uppercase sentences, value does not change, which means that VLOOKUP is not a case sensitive. Now try and change the values here with lowercase Smith, press enter. You will see the value retains the same. We want email ID, just drag down the formula here. Now we have to change the cell reference here again. Change the column with column 3. So this is our email ID. So that was all about the top 5 things which you must know about VLOOKUP function. And if you like my video, don't forget to subscribe and like my video, and do watch my other videos like how to use VLOOKUP function, and how to use nested if function. So thank you guys for watching this video. See you soon.